Alright boys, it is becoming that time of the year where we have to start talking about what is coming next in Madden 26. When I mean coming next, I mean what promos and what pieces of content can we expect to see. I already made it to the end of September, just saying that out loud is kind of crazy to me. And as we get closer and closer to October, then we're in November, then we're in December, I think it's fairly safe to say the next few months are what most people consider prime Madden Ultimate Team. That is exactly what we are going to talk about today. Before we hop into it though, we do have a few quick small things we do need to go over. First things first, we are currently on the road to 15,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new to the channel and you do enjoy daily Madden 26 Ultimate Team content, I feel like you already know what to do. And there, drop a like on this video if you have not already. 177 likes in 24 hours will be a gift card giveaway for you guys over in my Discord. I do want to let you guys know I will be away basically all of today. I'll be back tomorrow morning. There was a reason though you guys didn't see a Legends video from me this morning. Most likely this video will be slotted in when an updates video is going to go live. Most likely this is going to slot in where an updates video usually goes live. Me and my girlfriend's 5-year anniversary, so I've been gone basically since yesterday, but don't worry, I will be back tomorrow morning. Now that we got that out of the way, let's hop into tonight's video. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy on talking about any of the weekly spotlight promos. Those promos consist of Collector Series, Legends, and Team of the Week. I'm also not going to talk about any promo that we see every now and then. That includes something like a Team Builders or a Team Diamond. I would expect us to have a Team Builders and a Team Diamonds drop during Season 2. If not in Season 2, definitely in Season 3. What I want to focus in are the big portions of content, that being our Thursday drop. When it comes to Thursday drops, we have 3 known promos coming during Season 2. We're going to have the Unstoppable promo. That is what we are currently in. Next Thursday, which is going to be October 2nd, is going to be the Unreal Moment. And then after that, we are going to move into Most Feared. Most Feared is going to kick off on October 16th. Shout out to EA for giving us the Season 2 deep dive blog. On this blog, you can find information about the promos dropping during the season. We're already basically done with the Unstoppable promo, so let's talk about what's up next. And that is going to be the Unreal Moments promo. These players made highlight reel plays so epic, they're practically unreal. Beginning on October 2nd, also known as next Thursday, find all the Unreal Moment players and see if you can recreate their jaw-dropping plays on the field. This promo is going to be very cool. We haven't seen anything like this before, so we have no background information to go off of. Off the top of my head, when it says like Unreal Moments, I automatically think about the Odell Beckham Jr. one-handed catch. I think about the Immaculate Reception. Maybe like the Minnesota Miracle. There are a lot of really famous and popular football plays that you would consider unreal. And my understanding of this are the players who did the plays. So let's say for OBJ, it's almost slotted in for OBJ to get an LTD. He's going to get a card. For the Minnesota Miracle, maybe we see a Stephon Diggs, Immaculate Reception. Please give me a Jerome Bettis. I mean, there are so many cool football plays like the Philly Special. Could we see a Nick Foles? That like this list could go on and on and on. If you guys have any predictions on what you think Unreal Moments could be, let me know down below in the comment section. This one is pretty straightforward. It's probably going to be very similar to the Unstoppable promo where it's 2 parts. There isn't anything too crazy going on with it besides a brand new concept for a brand new piece of promo, or I guess a brand new piece of content. You guys get what I'm saying. This should be really cool. I have been looking forward to this as soon as we saw this was going to be a thing for Muttley. Unstoppables is cool. We get Unstoppables every now and then. Unreal Moments is brand new, and that one should be pretty cool. And then that is going to move us directly into Most Feared. For most people, this is what they call the start of Prime Ultimate Team. For me, the start of Prime Mut is August, but that might just be me. Either way, the highly anticipated fan favorite Most Feared event is back starting on October 16th. One thing EA is doing this year, which doesn't get talked about enough, they're actually giving us dates when they tell us content is coming. This was something I complained about a ton last year, but we used to get content schedules with no dates on them. And then we also used to get these blogs, but no dates on them as well. So when you can give EA credit, you have to do it. This is very cool. In the Most Feared realm, a king awaits your challenge. Are we talking about a King Henry right here? Head to the Undercity where football is everything. The harder you play, the more respect you're going to earn. I would assume that has to do with some form of house rules potentially. At the very peak sits the talented king of the Undercity and his second in command, the King's Hand. Find clues throughout the Ultimate Team, beat Most Feared contenders who spill their secrets, and go house to house in the Trick or Treat event. So maybe the Undercity could be like an offline mode, very similar to what we have for this week when it comes to Josh Jacobs. Or this could be something completely different. Whatever it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be super rewarding. Most Feared is always one of the cooler promos promos we get. If you haven't played a Madden Most Feared, I highly recommend you guys go back and watch some older videos of your favorite content creators either talking about Most Feared or using some of the Most Feared players. There's most likely going to be a special currency. It's going to be called like bats or candy. We get it every single year, and it is directly tied into the Most Feared promo, and it's going to have its own type of store. You can buy free champions, tokens, packs, all that good stuff. We aren't going to have presents. Presents are a thing directly tied into Zero Chill, but you can use this Most Feared centric special currency to open up packs or get free champions on your team. We'll say last year's Most Feared, I really liked it. We had these different team chemistries. There were like 8 of them. They were called like ghouls, monsters. It definitely was a little bit complicated, but it ended up being a pretty cool concept. The champions were very good. And when it comes to the actual players, gonna scroll through here really quickly. You guys can see some pretty big names: Nick Bolton, Evan Ingram, Bijan Robinson, Tariq Woolen. Those were the limited times. We got a ton of champions with this promo. DeForest Buckner, Nico Collins, Lamar Jackson. This card was really good. Von Miller, Trent Williams, Deontay Banks, Jamel Dean, Will Fries. I believe this was all just in part 1. Or this might have been part 2. Part 1 had a Champ Bailey, a Taysom Hill, and Antonio Gates, a Tom Brady. It ended up being a really solid promo. You guys can see all the way down there, 117 player item. My biggest complaint with the Most Feared promo is the fact that it's only 2 weeks for, I mean, I guess it makes some sense for the Zero Chill promo to be like a 9 or 10 part promo every single year, and that spans across like 3 or 4 weeks. I wish we had that with the Most Feared promo, but I understand why we don't. And then that is going to lead us directly into November. Now, as of right now, we know nothing else about what is confirmed to come in November. This season is going to end on October 31st when the Most Feared promo does end, and then I would assume we go into something called the Breakouts promo. The reason we're going into the Breakouts promo in November is because 1, Mutt showed us the animation, and then number 2, I do think we're gonna have a Thanksgiving or a Harvest promo. Now, I will say there are a lot of signs telling us we're not gonna have one. 1, we did not get one last year. Number 2, there is not a MCS event tied into the promo. We'll say the MCS is just not as big as it was last year for a bunch of different reasons, so I'm not taking that one as much as I probably should. If it confirmed we had a Harvest promo and we had a MCS event tied into the Harvest promo, that would have been really cool to see. As of right now, nothing tied into the Harvest promo has officially been confirmed. Let's start with the Breakout promo because we actually got this promo last year in Madden 25. It dropped during this week we are currently in, or I guess this week would have been part 2. It basically replaced the Unstoppable promo last year, and it was pretty solid. We had these Breakout badges as well as some really cool cards. This Drake London was one of the better free players we had so far. Joey Porter Jr. got an LTD. We got a Jahiri Brown as well as a bunch of heroes and elites. There really isn't anything too crazy to this promo except the Breakout badges. We also did have a limited time event. Last year, we didn't have house rules tied into every single promo. It was super weird. I don't know why EA decided to do that. The Breakout promo last year, if that's the way they're going to do it, is really just a standard promo. There wasn't anything too cool about it. It had some like ratings boost, but besides that, there wasn't like any form of like glowing X factors or anything too crazy. I don't know if this is the way they're going to go about it again. We'll really have to wait and see. But last year, it gave us some pretty cool cards. I do think they're going to expand upon it. According to Mutt Leaks, the color scheme is going to be green. Last year, it was blue, so I don't really think that means too much, but that is some information we know. From there, that is going to take us to what I am predicting to be the Harvest promo. Now, again, I have no idea why we didn't have a Harvest promo in Madden 25. It really doesn't make sense. We had something called the All Madden promo. It was not a Thanksgiving promo. I don't know if there's like rights or anything to that. It doesn't really make sense. Harvest promo is usually a really solid promo, and if I'm looking at a calendar right now of November, I would expect the Harvest promo to release probably on, we're looking at a calendar, Thanksgiving is going to be November 20th, so there is a chance the Breakout promo could be a one-part promo, very similar to Campus Heroes, and then from there, we directly jump into the Harvest promo. Again, kind of concerning on me thinking we're not actually going to receive a Harvest promo. I'm going to remain optimistic and say we are going to have a Harvest promo. The Harvest promo is the second of the big 3 seasonal promos we get during the prime seasons of Madden. Of course, we do have a Sugar Rush promo, which will take place during Easter. When it comes to Harvest, there really isn't anything too crazy gimmick-wise. It's just a Thanksgiving promo. We have some welcome item players. We do have these cards that get upgraded based on how they perform on Thanksgiving Day football. And it really just didn't make sense to me on why we didn't have a Harvest promo. Thanksgiving, I mean, it's spending time with family, but also there's football on. It is, marketed as a football thing. I'm going to assume we are going to have a Harvest promo. If we don't have a Harvest promo, I'm going to be concerned for the foreseeable future this year, but I'm going to give EA the benefit of the doubt because they have been very good so far this year when it comes to the content. And then after the Harvest promo, we do have the Blitz promo. The Blitz promo was so bad last year that I'm going to show you guys Madden 24's Blitz. Maybe I'm not because for whatever reason I can't find it, but the Blitz promo is essentially a Black Friday promo. It's a money spending promo, and this usually is when EA gives us a bunch of cards that are really fast. For whatever reason, they went with the jail theme last year. I don't know why. These cards were not good. I don't know how they messed up a money spending promo, but they messed up a promo where you need to spend a ton of money. Blitz is known as a money spender promo. Some people take part in Blitz, some people don't take part in Blitz. We have these Blitz special offers that are usually actually really solid. I will say, if they mess it up again, I'm not going to be surprised. The actual special offers we have gotten so far this year have been so unbelievably bad that I'm kind of like, I don't really care. I want a Harvest promo. If that means a terrible Blitz again, I don't care, but EA, we gotta have a good Harvest. I really could care less about the Blitz promo. Last thing before we do get out of here, because I don't want to talk about December and Zero Chill. That will be a whole different video just like this one, probably in a few weeks. But the month of November was actually one of the worst months last year in Madden 25. We had the All Madden promo, we had the Blitz promo, we also had Team Diamonds that EA absolutely fumbled the bag on. I think we had like the Gridiron Surge cards last year for those who played. It wasn't a good time to be playing Madden. Now, historically, November is very, very fun, and so I do think they are going to go back to their roots, and they are going to give us a Harvest promo. We are going to have a good Blitz promo. This might just be me yapping to yap because I am an optimistic person, but we will have to wait and see. With that said, boys, is going to be everything we got tonight. If you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Again, I will be back tomorrow morning. Sorry for a little bit of a shakeup. Sometimes I got a good touch grass. I love you guys as always. Peace. Have a good one.